Bombardier, dear, dear.
Gummy bears.
Rutabaga-laga-baga-daga.
Bugger off!
Christian Bok is a well-known Canadian poet who constantly defies the norms of poetry. He believes in interpreting freedom and portrays this belief through all of his works, especially in various abstract forms of audio and visual arts, as well as in his writings and poetry.
He was born in Toronto, Ontario in 1966. He attended Carleton University in Ontario and received his BA and Master's in English. It wasn't until he attended York University in Toronto to get his PhD where his interest in avant-garde poetry started.
Some of the writers he looked up to included B.P. Nicol, Steve McCaffrey, Christopher Doody, and Darren Weschler Henry. These writers weren't all necessarily experimental poets, but they helped shape Bok's poetic identity.
Bok is considered to be a sound poet. This means he chooses to play around with the sounds of words while bridging the gap between music, composition, and literature. With the sound of poetry, there is a strong emphasis on the phonetics and the lack of attention towards semantics and syntax. In other words, he doesn't necessarily focus on the word meaning and sequences, but rather on the sounds of that each word produces.
Some of his works include Writing and Failure, Chapter E, and Satire.
Currently, Bok is teaching at the University of Calgary and continues to push the limits with poetry. He is working on creating poetry through the use of genetic sequences.